Melissa, hey, congratulations for season 2 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Thank you so much.
So, how does it feel being back on this terrific series?
Oh my goodness, we wrapped filming season 2, and it was just it's still a dream come true. I don't think it's quite settled that we're doing this show and that everybody loves it, and I hope it never quite it never quite feels real, because it'll always kind of have a bit of that magic in it. But we wrapped season 2. We premiered a little clip of season 2 a couple of weeks ago at Star Trek Day, and so I'm just excited for the world to keep seeing more of what we've been working on.
I want to hear it from you. Why do you think, Star Trek Strange New Worlds actually work compared to other series?
Sure. I think the wonderful thing about Star Trek is that, one, it's been around for so long. So, when people find out that I'm on Star Trek, or I love it too, like when my parents or my family members, tell someone that I'm on the show, everyone, knows Star Trek to some degree. And so with Strange New Worlds, not only are we kind of continuing all the new shows that have been amazing and have been coming out, but it also goes back to the original series format that I think really hit the mark when it first came out, and resonated with so many people, where every week you were kind of on this new adventure, and it was a new story, like you were opening up a storybook, every week. And you were being introduced to not only space travel, but politics, diplomacy, interactions with different characters, and also different beings, aliens that we've never met before. And it spoke to what's possible when people work together, and how we can overcome adversity if we kind of band together in order to do that. And so I think in all those ways, Strange New Worlds is doing what Star Trek was known for originally, and it's also continuing the wonderful legacy that all the new Star Trek shows, including the current ones, which we have many that are currently out, are doing. And then also, of course, Strange New Worlds, we have those legacy characters that everybody loves and is getting to see different sides of. Like, we have Spock, we have Pike, we have Uhura, Chapel, Dr. Mabenga, and then you have new characters like Laan and Ortega that are expanding that world of characters, and just making people again want to dive into Star Trek and stay there for as often as they can, every week.
Now, I'm curious because Star Trek Strange New Worlds, unlike the other series, it's episodic. Basically, yes. We're talking about one storyline at a time. Is it filmed that way, one story at a time, and do you always reset your mindset when it comes to this?
So as much as possible, we film. No, I would say it depends. I mean, filming is so wild, especially with things like so we have an AR wall. I don't know if you know what that is, but I think the AR wall was started on Discovery used it first, before we did. But the AR wall is kind of like a what's the easiest way to describe it? Like an elevated green screen, right? Where when we're doing the scenes, we are in the world, the same as the way that the viewers see it. So with all of that, scheduling is sometimes a little off. We like to do episodes in bulks, but sometimes they're shot out of order, and sometimes we shoot multiple episodes at once, especially with filming kind of madness. And with season 2, it was also like that. So we always kind of have to be almost in all the episodes at once, but it forces us to really embody the characters, because the same way that we never know as ourselves, what's going to come every single day. I think it helps to, that we shoot things out of order, and sometimes, we're shooting multiple episodes at once, and it makes us kind of, at least it makes me reflect on all the different aspects of my character, and how she interacts with different people, and how that changes a situation, or how it changes how she reacts to something. So yeah, so long answer to a short question, but no, we don't always shoot it in order.
So I know you can't reveal too much, but what do we have in store for Erica this season? It's because we saw a little bit of physicality of sword fighting, and it seems like she wants to be part of a ground crew someday. But I'm actually guessing she's keeping her sarcastic tone for this season.
Oh, absolutely. That's part of who she is. It's part of her experiences that brought her to the Enterprise. So I can definitely safely say, without giving anything away, that we're going to see a lot more of Ortega's, which I think is what, fans have wanted. And I was very happy at Star Trek Day, when we premiered a clip from season 2. And it was Ortega's basically getting ready rather for an away mission. And she was going to be on the landing party. And what we see in the clip is once again, her skills as a helmsman, as a pilot are being called upon, and Captain Pike needs her on the ship. Where that goes, only the episode when we see it will tell. But we get to see a lot more about her. We get to see a lot more of her background as a soldier, which is so funny because the writers and the producers kind of they told us so much about our characters, and we were allowed in season 1 to create so much of our characters, as ourselves, the actors, that I didn't even realize that in season 1 we didn't touch too much upon her background as a soldier, because it really it impacted how I played her and how I kind of approached the character. But in season 2 we're going to see more of that. We're always also going to see more of her, like people have asked, will we get to see more of Erica, her background as a Latina, and so I'll say, we have to watch. But for me, who, when I play her and when I think about Ortega's, her family history, just like myself, me being, my background is Colombian, is a part of everything I do. It's also a part of everything that Erica does. So that's a part of every episode for me. And we're going to see a bit more of that in season 2.
Most excellent. Well, let me end it with one last question, because, it's always funny is because everyone makes fun of Captain Pike's hair through through the season, but we want to talk about your haircut. How has it changed for season 2?
So for the most part, I think it still has the same, kind of severe line on both sides, which I love. And it was inspired by, one, it's kind of a military cut, but at the same time at the top, it kind of has, not only Erica, but Melissa's sensibility, in that it's kind of a little bit messy, a little bit, nice in place, but she doesn't spend too much time on it. She wants a haircut that is practical. And in my own life, I love short hair. So that's practical. It allows her to fly the ship without any sort of hindrances coming from the top of her head. And what I would love is one of these days, one of these seasons, to actually have a scene where we see Ortega's barber on the ship. And fans have said they want to see the same. But yeah, so her haircut is still awesome, and in my opinion, it's right up there with Captain Pike's hair. But it's definitely we're always vying for the top spot on the bridge.
Well, thank you very much, Melissa. Really appreciate this conversation.
Thank you so much for talking to you. Look forward to doing it again.
Thank you.